Well, here we are, game 3, the match we've all been waiting for, the championship match. Duane on the left lane, and how is he going to open? With a solid 10. But again, that's the type of pitch that you want to start on, and you just take it from there, right? Let's see if he can go across lane and bring the spare back. He will be on his way to fill in frames, and that's the way to put yourself in a position to win the match. Let's see, there it is, Jen. Starts off with a spare. Reactive resin, Legacy C. Well, it looks like Chris left this here. I wonder if he'll, if we kind of slide that under the table here. Thank you from the people at AMF for bringing out the equipment. And it looks like he's picking up right where he left off.
Bill Zachritz is on a roll right now. Really has a good stroke going.
Closing out Ron Bonnard in game number 2 with 3 strikes in the 10th frame after opening in the 9th for his 201, but Ron never really giving him the challenge that we expected.
No, Ron was struggling just a bit this morning. We'll expect to see him back in better form soon.
More speed, and it still gets back.
David, it appears that he has so much area out there. He can get it wide, it's going to hook back. He can pull it in, and it's going to stay pretty good. Playing right over the 10th board, second arrow. Really coming back hard. Look at that head pin, that good action on that head pin to take out the whole left side of the rack.
Well, you see him sit down as the king. Right-hand lane and just sliding off again. A light hit, deflecting, leaving the 2-8, Jennifer.
Duane Hatton is one super nice guy, age 28, averaging 229. Third TV appearance, of course. He is our reigning king.
7 300s and 4. There's the incredible thing. 4 800 series. And he brings back the spare nicely. That's the way you want to cover it. If you're going to throw the big hook, you let the ball hit to the right of the center of the 2-pin and then just let it carry back into it. You don't want to hit it too full because it could hook away on you, Jen.
And you don't become a 229 average bowler without making a lot of spares. Consistency is the name of the game.
Duane Hatton, we've seen him time and time again, not as often as Ron Bonnard and company, but very accomplished bowler, leaving a solid 10 on the left-hand lane.
I have to tell you, I love the way his hair looks this week. Looking good.
The new do.
Telling you.
The new do.
Do some advertising with that hair.
Okay. I don't know what we're going to advertise, but he's other than bowling and he practices a lot over at Western, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Your side? I've seen him all over town bowling. Duane throws the ball very, very nice, very clean, and you do that by discipline, getting out to your BPA Fun Center, practice, practice, practice. And the better you are, the more fun the game is.
That's a fact.
Where do we throw this pitch?
Well, right-hand lane, stays down, he gets through it, looks great.
Where did this guy come from, David?
I don't know, but watch this shot, Jennifer. This is what you want to do. Stay down. Folks, watch him at the foul line. Watch this. Gets through the ball. His head never raises up. The ball screams back into the 1-3. No deflection. 9-pin is carried out, as well as the 8. He's putting on a clinic. He is putting on a clinic for us. What are you going to do, huh?
David, Grand Am, Pontiac Grand Am from Jeff Weiler could be his first 4, commanding lead, all 4 strikes through 4 frames. Duane Hatton, however, is sparing along nicely. Until better things come along, that's what you have to do.
Bill looks down the lane, and there is his potential prize. If he puts 8 more strikes together. Duane is not going to go away, though. Don't chalk him up the other.
Mr. Patrick Henshaw and his daughter Krista bringing out that car this morning. Just in case. I hope he brought the keys, and I hope he can get a ride home.
I think Duane or Bill or whoever wins this thing would probably be willing to give him a ride.
No big deal.
Duane Hatton needs to strike, figure out this left-hand lane, and then take it to the wall. He raised up. Raised up on that ball, Jen.
Going very wide again, leaving the 2-8. Tricky spare. We saw him convert it nicely the first time. Let's see if he can take the same angle on it.
Take a look at it here. See if he raises up, and he does, and this ball continues to go wide, throws the head pin into the wall, leaving the 2-8 once again. And unfortunately, I don't care how good you are, you leave this often enough, you're going to pay the price. But he's smart. Going with a high percentage return on the 2-8.
Some other high qualifiers this week, David. Robert Warther, Mike Whalen, Ron Holiday. Looking good. Also, Ginger Vogelsang narrowly missed 661.
Fabulous score. Bill Zachritz, the second on lane, the right lane, 22. Can he do it again? First 5. No.
Wow, went high. We've seen that shot somewhere before. Now, he needs to get 2 here, David. I can't stress it enough. He's on a strike. 2 pins is going to make 4 pins. You have to maximize your count in order to win.
Duane is breathing a little sigh of relief as he looks at the 4-7-6 left by his opponent. And you're right, Jen. 2 pins in this situation with strikes working is like 4 pins in count.
There you go, Bill.
Smartly takes 2. Duane is not able to really mount any sort of attack because he's not striking, but he is sparing, filling the frames, and that keeps him within 18 pins of Bill going into the 6th frame. That's closer.
Wow.
We spun around the ball, though, Jen.
We sure did. I saw that, David.
Okay, let's take a look at the release, ladies and gentlemen. Watch his hand instead of staying behind it. Watch it go spin off in a counterclockwise motion right there. Fantastic. Let's see if we get a little better look on it. Just watch the thumb and the fingers spin around the ball. It starts in the backswing right there. It started early. Easily brings back the spare. That's what you've got to do.
It's nice to make an error and leave a very makeable spare like the 10-pin. For most of us.
Wow, that's right. Duane on the right-hand lane he's really got to get on track. This is a key frame. 6th frame for him. 18 pins down. Can cut it to 8 with a strike here. It's close.
Oh, great shot. Filling up that pocket. Solid. Gives it a little yes.
Absolutely. I think he's looking around for a Pepsi. Or one of the fine Miller products. Jeff Weiler has offered up the car, but once again, it's been turned down by Bill in the 5th frame, opening with a split. But we've got some great bowling left. Don't go away each and every week on WCPO, where 9 means bowling every Sunday. And what in the world is going on?
I can't imagine going light and leaving the 2-8 and then going even lighter. That is so frustrating.
Well, our more experienced players today, Jennifer, are not giving us the clutch shots as we would normally anticipate. The other bowlers are just answering the call. Now, Duane really needs to bring this back for a shot of confidence. How do you shoot this one, Jen?
Well, I've been kind of experimenting. I'm going more from the left lately, like he is right there. And I think that offers an excellent angle for the 1 to careen into the 10. It's something you just have to go out and practice. And
well, you mentioned it before, going wide, leaving the washout, and then coming back to the left, as you said, and then sliding the ball in. It increases the angle, and the head pin flies over into the 10, as you said.
The frustrating part about that, if you're going to shoot it from the right, is when it rings around that 10 pin, and you know you're so close, and it rings right around.
You're within an inch of making it either way, but yet it goes around. Very frustrating. Now, Bill going high.
It's possible that the lanes are changing, David. These guys are going to need to stay firm.
15
3, 6,
pins.
10. Not one of my favorite spares, I'll have you know.
It is choppable, but you should move to the left, kill the ball a little bit, take the roll off of it, or switch to a harder shell ball. And not switching, that you can't do that. You've got to do one or the other to increase your chances. Otherwise, you'll cut through, as you saw there. And he's looking at the scoreboard. And so are we. You're seeing a 4-pin difference between these two players. Bill is still 4 pins up, but if Duane starts striking, he can take the lead and keep it. Bounce the ball. What do you think, Jen?
That was a very errant shot there. Put his shoulder down. His shoulder was...
Let's take a look at it here, see if we can see what happened. You're right, the shoulder's in a down position already, and the ball just comes off his hand. There you see it going down into the lane, just not getting the good release on it as he should.
He's going to need to square up a little bit for this spare, the 1, 2, 4, 7.
The ball really, he's taking the outside angle. That's just, and then it curves across. Okay. I was going to say, you don't want to really shoot that one on the outside and go for a 4-pin combination, but it hooked over the way it should. Spares in the 8th frame. Duane Hatton on the right-hand lane can strike here and take control of this match.
Very, very important frames.
A 4-pin lead, and if he strikes, he can take charge of his own destiny, but it's not to be today. Shaking his head.
These guys are really struggling. Pins just are not falling.
And I think you probably hit it right on the head, Jen. As the lane conditions change, you have to be able to move on the lane, move your spot on the lane, change balls, change speeds, release. You got to do something. Yeah.
Again, spare, very important right now.
Just hanging on as Bill hangs on to a 5-pin lead going into the 9th frame.
Duane taking a little breather there, trying to reevaluate his game here. Get back on track. Not a bad shot last time on lane 22. Each strike to put pressure on Bill.
Left-hand lane, what's it look like? It's there. Ring 10 again.
David, a lot of times when you're not lined up, such as Duane has not been, leaving the washout last time on that lane, a lot of times your arm swing isn't free enough to get the carry. You're trying to place the ball. You're trying to sometimes do too many things at once, and it's just not natural.
You're absolutely right, Jen, and that's what we're seeing. He made what appeared to be a great shot, but the freedom in the arm swing does not allow the clean, free roll. Leaving a 10-pin. Got to make it.
Well, this is a test ahead now for Bill Zachritz. Big test right here.
Bill on the right-hand lane. Now he can control his own destiny with a strike right here. He can win the match if he strikes out.
Looks good, David. Yes.
Yes. There, he's excited now. He's pumped up.
It's so nice to see some new faces in the crowd. Bill Zachritz doing great. Of course, he has a 300 game. Bowls 3 times a week.
There you see it, Jennifer. If he strikes in the 10th, 11th, and 12th, he can win the match with Duane sitting on the bench. But he's got to have the first one. What do you think? It's close. Too close.
Boy, that was a pretty bad break. It was a little high, but it wasn't ridiculously high.
That's right, Jen. Let's take a look at it here. It goes right what appears to be the 1-3 pocket. Watch it here, folks, and then it just keeps going. Take the head pin straight back. 2-pin goes to the wall, but never comes out of the chain. Bill needs to convert, and he will force Duane to spare or mark in the 10th frame. does not happen, Duane Hatton, our king from last week, can go on to win this match.
His sponsor,
remarks.
Julie Hoffmeyer, in the back.
Yeah?
She's sweating it out.
She's
She promised him a dinner at the precinct if he wins, so that'd be something to work for.
Well, he needs to bear down and make a good shot. Trusting his arm swing, trusting his game to carry, but he's got to put it in a 1-3. Let's watch.
Give me one, he said. Excellent.
Well, without even throwing another ball, he is at 185 right now. And so if he doesn't hit his ankle twice in a row, he will be our king once more.
Needs 5 pins to win here.
Duane Hatton, our king from last week, brings it back once again. Duane Hatton, our king for week number 3, defeating Bill Zachritz II.
What a great showing out of Bill. He has a lot to be proud of his first time on TV.
Well, there you have it. Duane Hatton finishing as he does so well with 3 strikes, 205, beating Bill Zachritz 189. We'll be back with the presentation in just a moment.